Hello all, welcome back to my another video. Today we are going to see about what is B1 visa and what and all the process involved on the B1 visas, what and all the supporting document required for a B1 visa, and my complete experience on B1 visa for my parents. So let's quickly go into this video. So what is B1 B2 visa? So from the name itself, you can identify. So B1 is for kind of a business visa, and in B1 there are two types of visa. So one is B1 is a normal business visa, and B2 is the tourist visa, which will be given for the parents and siblings or who are of the close family members. And B1 is applicable for the executives who are traveling from India to USA for a kind of some kind of business proposal or a go live meetings or some kind of official meetings where for a very short time. So for them, what do is they get the B1 visa, and for B2 visa is a person who's staying with the valid work visa L1 H1 for them to bring their parents and siblings to the USA for a short term stay. They get the B2 visa. Okay. So for B1 and B2 visa, the maximum validity of the visa is 10 years. So none of the visa get 10 years validity like B1 visa. But there is a clause mentioned here is if you are coming to United States on a B1 visa, you cannot stay more than 6 months, right? So in that case, when are you coming now, you have to leave United States before 6 months. So again, you have to go back to your home country. Again, you can come back with different stamping date. It's not only the home country, out of the country anywhere. So either you can go to Mexico, or either you can go to Canada and come back with the different stamping date. So it's all depend upon the personal where they want to go. But my personal intention is to go to hometown and come back again with the another date. This is what this is explains your what B1 and B2 visa all about. Now let's see about the documentation required for your B1 B2 visa. Okay. So the first set of documentation I'm going to speak is the the documentation required for a person who is living here in United States with the valid work visa. So for them, you need the approved petition. You need the I-129 for L1 visa and I-134 for H1 visa. You need your W2 tax information. You need your bank statements, and you need your visa I-94, and you need this one. We need a kind of a support letter to be given to the parents. Okay. Plus pay slips. These are the documents is required for a person who is staying here in US, who is going to sponsor the trip to their parents or their siblings or their relatives. The next set of documents I am going to speak about is the documents which are required for the dependents, so which is parents, siblings, or anybody. For them, we need DS-160 filled. Next is passports. Next is your bank statements. Next is the address proof, ID proof, and Form 16 are the any tax information, whichever it is applicable with you. These are the utmost documentation required for the B1, B2 visa. So on the next step, let's go on how to apply and what is the process of the B1, B2 visa. So till now I explained what is B1 visa and what and all the documents required for your B1 visa. Now I'm going to explain what is the process involved in your B1 visa. Okay, let's get started with the process. So unlike your L1 and H1 visas, this particular B1 visa doesn't require any kind of petitions, right? So here you just need to go and fill your DS-160, and you need to fill your supporting person information, and you need to create a DS-160 number. Once you create a DS-160 number, you have to go into the CGI site, register for the visa appointment. There you need to give again your personal information. You need to give your DS-160, and you need to go for the MRV fees. Okay, that MRV fees is around like 13,000 to 14,000 depend upon the USD, but it is around like 190 USD per person you have to pay, and you can go. Feel free to go ahead and take the appointments nowadays. Taking the appointment is very tough because the number of backlog which is present after from corona period, it is too huge. For that, what US consulate has done is they are doing a third country visa applicant. So that means a person from India take an appointment in Thailand or Myanmar or Nepal, somewhere it is over the earliest appointment is available. They can just step in over there and get the appointment and get the visa stamped over there itself. So which reduces the lots of wait time what currently Indians have now here for a B1 visa. This is on the process of B1 visa. But on documentation, one of the one important documentation what it has to be present is the support letter. The support letter documentation is a kind of a letter, the normal letter pad. So where you are from has to be marked with who from whom you are sending. The from should be is your the person who is staying here in US and with a valid work visa, and two should be the consulate which location you are attending. So either if you are attending in Mumbai, or either it should be Chennai, or either it should be marked the US consulate general. And in subject what you need to do here is we have to just tell them so and so person is coming from India, and I'm going to support their expenses, I'm going to support their stay, and you need to promise, take a oath to the US government, like till their stay in US they will not be indulged in any kind of criminal violence or anything. These are like normal class you have to mention in the letter. So kind of letter you need to take, I am taking care of them completely, that has to be written, and you have to sign and give it as a support letter. It has to be carried by the person going to US consulate and has to be submitted. Okay, so these are the main process involved in the documentation and the taking the appointment point of view. So next step, I'm going to explain about my experience with my parents on the B1 B2 visa. Now I am going to explain about my experience on B1 B2 visa with my happened with my parents. So for them, I gave all the documents which I spoke to you in the previous sections, right? All the documents I have given them. But on the first day, they just went to the consulate and they didn't require any of the documentations. They were having only passports and the DS-160. So here in DS-160 and the passport, you need to have the proper details matching, starting your first name, last name, and the date of birth, and the passport number should be exactly matching, or there will be unnecessary hassles will be created by the visa team. So ensure to keep the data matching with your passport and your DS-160 proper. So for them, the first day was too good, and they just cleared the biometrics and came out. The second day is the visa interview. Where the visa interview, I was like, to be frank, like I was looking like how they are going to attend the visa interview. But here in India, since they are in the senior citizen, like most of the people are not that fluent in English like how the US people speak. So what they do is they have the concept of translators. So translators is completely free of cost. So you can request for a translator at any location. In case if you are going for Mumbai, you can go for Hindi, Marathi, and even for Telugu you can take. And in case if you are going for Kolkata you can take Bengali and you can take Hindi as well. In Chennai you can take Tamil, Telugu and Kannada, and in Delhi also you can say. So B1 is applicable in all over in India. All the consulates are applicable. And for my mother, and since they are very good, very fluent in Hindi, like they took the Hindi translator. But here, so inside the class a counselor will be sitting who is asking the questions, and the questions will be asked to like questions also. Even for my parents, the question was not asked by parents also. A translator was asking the questions, and the counselor was noting down the points to give and right. So let me tell you about the questions also, what it was asked. So the first question is like, what is the purpose of visit? And these questions are, you need to make them very comfortable. Like, what is the purpose of visit? Like, what is the visa your son is staying, and what is the duration of the stay, what is the salary he is getting, which location he is staying, and everything. These basic questions only they'll ask. They ensure that person there. And one last question, whatever they expect, do you have any experience on a international travel, right? My parents has done recently a trip to Oman. So they told that like once it is done, they told like it is approved, and they gave the blue slip getting the passport back. And after that nothing. So they reached home, and in another 2 days they received the passports as well. So this is on the experience on B1 visa. So you, for if you are sending our parents or elderly, so you no need to worry about anything. The consulate has the senior citizen policy for bypassing the lines, and they have the very good policy of not asking tougher questions to them to make them confused, and the approval rate is too high. So don't worry about it. As a part of conclusion, I'm just going to explain what I have explained and summarize what I have given in the previous step. The first is, what is B1 B2 visa? The B1 B2 visa is applicable for 10 years and maximum of 6 months you can stay. And the documentation part, you need to, for a employee here, you need I-94, I-129 or Y-34, I-94, pay slips, W-2 information, and the bank statement. Per person who is coming there, you need a bank statement again, ID proof, and you need a tax information, and as well as the support letter you need. And third is going to apply a DS-160, and that DS-160 has to be applied in a CGC to get appointment, pay the visa fees, and get the appointments, and go for the interview. On the interview day, you need to go for a biometric. And next, for the visa interview, you can take a translator, and you can complete the interview that very easily. Okay, so and that's it on the video, friends. Like, I have explained the most of the details what I required for a B1 visa, and it will be like a eye opener for you guys to get started. In case if you have any kinds of doubt in application of the B1 B2 visa, just comment it out on the below, and I'm going to give you all the details whatever I spoke in this video in the description panel. So please feel free to check in the description box, and do like, share and subscribe if you like our videos contents. And please click on bell notification icon, bell notification, for get notified first. And that's it about this video, guys. Like, thank you all for your support, and have a great year ahead. Bye.